Hey everybody, it's Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, where I go on a weekend cruise just about every weekend. And right now, I am sitting in front of my mobile command center. So this is where all the YouTube magic happens when I'm on board the ship. So I'm sitting in my stateroom, and this is my setup that you can see. So one of the things that really helps my setup here is the StarLink internet service. And I know I've gotten a lot of questions since I debuted this on June 13th when it was initially installed, and then came back that weekend of June 18th to really show you what it was capable of. Now let me refresh you of some of the information that we were able to do on that sailing, on the initial sailing, and then we're going to fast forward 2 months later to say, how is it working now? What is, number one, what are the actual data speeds that we were seeing back then and we're seeing now? And number two, how is the actual end user experience? How do I like using StarLink on board the Freedom of the Seas? And can I tell a difference? So the first thing that I want to dive into is, when we first started on June 18th, I ran a few screenshots and download tests to show us what the speed actually looks like. The first is I got a screenshot showing that StarLink was absolutely capable of going up to 78 megabits per second, which is a huge number for a cruise ship. This is when there were less people on the ship. I believe it was in Nassau, but it is a really strong number. I ran a few more tests, and you'll see that in the first test, it ran about 15.3 megabits for the download, and then upload came in about 14.7. In the second test that I ran, it was an upload speed of 30.3, which is a really strong number, and a download speed of 30.3, upload of 17.8. Test 3 came in at download speeds of 7.6 megabits per second, and the upload speeds came in at 11 megabits per second. Now, fast forwarding to today, the first thing that I'll say is, Royal Caribbean, you have blocked the speed test on board Freedom of the Seas. What is there to hide? So I only found one speed test that worked. All the other ones somehow have their IP address blocked on board Freedom of the Seas, so you are unable to go and verify what the speeds are, except for the one site that I did find that would still work. So it must have a loophole or, calling itself something different so that I was able to get it to function. But all the other ones are blocked. So in running the speeds here on August 19th weekend, the first one I got download speeds of 17.1 with an upload speed of 4.93. On the second test that I ran, we got download speeds of 29.7 and an upload speed of around 1 megabits per second. And then the third test that I ran, I got download speeds of 10.3 megabits per second and upload speeds of 2.23 megabits per second. So as you can see from those numbers, and this is going to reflect in the overall user experience, is that download speeds have stayed around 10 to 15 megabits per second. Upload speeds, I think they've really stayed around the 1 to 2 megabits per second speed, which is pretty low. So if you're looking for traditional functionality, if you're looking to come on board and watch a Netflix movie, download that, or even stream YouTube, you're gonna have no problem doing that. I tried it on many occasions to stream. On 4K, it will lag a little bit, but on a laptop or on a ship, you don't need 4K. You can bring that down to the 1080 and you're gonna be able to stream without a problem. Upload speeds, on the other hand, have been a little on the frustrating side. If you're trying to make voice over Wi-Fi phone calls, it's not a really great reception, especially if you're going through WhatsApp and it's encrypted. You're gonna drop a lot of calls, it's gonna cut in and out. It's not a great experience, but it can still work. And I would not, my experience on this cruise, I would not recommend doing a video stream. You do need stronger upload speeds to be able to do a video stream. Though with that being said, I've talked to friends of mine that tell me that they've had absolutely no issues doing that. So what I think is happening is, and I don't even know how this is working, but based on the sailing, we're getting different upload speeds and download speeds. Based on that sailing, capacities have stayed about the same since the summer, but somehow or another, the user experience really seems to ebb and flow. So at the end of the day, would I trust the internet here on board the Freedom of the Seas if I wanted to work remote and keep my job? Or if I wanted to, be available for really important phone calls, if I had, something going on that I needed to make sure that I was able to have a solid connection for it, I'm not sure that I would really trust it just yet. I think that there is still a lot of potential here. I saw that in the first week, and so for some reason, it feels like the download speeds and the upload speeds in particular are really being throttled. So a couple of ways that this can be improved is, the first one is they can upgrade their point of access networks. You may notice the devices that are out in the hallway that are pushing out the internet or the Wi-Fi to all of our cabins. As you all know, cruise ships are also made of metal, and metal does not like the Wi-Fi signal. So in my cabin, you saw this on the live stream that I did 2 months ago, it doesn't get good reception when your door is closed. You open the door to your cabin and your internet speeds will automatically go up. Most of the time, my computer is sitting on 2 of the Wi-Fi bars, but as soon as I open that door up, I get better speeds as well as I get a better connection. So Royal Caribbean could upgrade their point of access network, but that's a really expensive solve, and I don't see that one happening. One that they really could control is they could bump up the amount that they're probably throttling us for the download and the upload speeds. I know that they're probably paying Elon Musk based on the usage, but I want to make sure that it works. I want to be able to trust it when I come on here. And right now, the variability and especially the really slow upload speeds is keeping me from, committing to coming on Freedom of the Seas when I know I have important things in my life going on. All right, everyone, this is Brandon, the Weekend Cruiser, hoping to see you on a Weekend Cruise soon.